The best way I can describe Planet of the Spiders is that it's a really solid and effective regeneration story, trapped in a rather lackluster and somewhat dull story. Not necessarily a bad one, but I do think the main plot on Metebelis 3 with the 8 legs is not that interesting in my opinion. The highlights of this story are the nice bits of continuity throughout the Third Doctor's era being paid off, such as the crystal, the letter from Joe, and finally getting to meet the Doctor's guru that has been hinted at a couple of times. And it's also just nice to see this team of characters just having casual conversations and just hanging out, because we don't really get to see that much of the more personal relationships of the Doctor and Unit. It's just nice to see the Doctor and Benton laugh at the Brigadier's love life, and showing that they have come a long way and have a very strong connection after all these years. By this point, the Unit format had become quite tired and needed to move on, but this more emotional aspect did make me sad to see it come to an end. It was also nice to get Mike Yates have a bit of a redemption after Invasion of the Dinosaurs. It would have been quite sad if that wasn't addressed. But once we move to Metebelis 3, about halfway through the story, I really check out until the final episode, and the Doctor finally facing his fear and his actual death scene itself are quite effective. I just wish that the story attached to it was more interesting. Obviously, it was a last-minute replacement for the big epic showdown between him and the Master, and revealing that the Master was his brother all along, but I think the more quaint aspects of this story were more satisfying than the bombast, so just more character moments would have been nice.